You see these Western boots? Well, they're missing a little kick. So let's add a crystal bead right up here and take them from basic to full-on star-spangled masterpiece. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take the ear wires off because they just don't dangle right. They probably needed a jump ring or something on there in order to really give them a nice hang. Plus the fact they hang really high up on the earlobe. I'm going ahead and taking the ear wires off and setting those aside for another project. I really like these boots because there's a left and a right. I have another pair of boots that go in the same direction. They look funny when I wear them. I got these boots a long time ago. One of the dance groups I'm part of called Southern Sass. We are a line dance group and we do dress in cowboy stuff sometimes. And that's actually where these came from. And we're fixing to perform at a luncheon tomorrow. And I want to get these looking good and sparkly for that event. I went through my crystal bead stash. As I looked through here, we see red, silver, light blue, dark blue. I want to go with more of the blues. First thing I picked out were these light blue crystals, and they would look good, but I really like these, but not necessarily with the boots. They're more of a turquoise color, so they're not going to work for sure. Now, these are really nice. They're kind of small, though. These, when I first looked at them, I thought they were black, but they go really well. So that's a possibility. And I think I have another bag similar to this. Yeah, they're the same. But I think I want to go lighter. It's kind of funny. I have light hair, and when I wear earrings with dark colors in them, they don't show up as much as lighter color earrings. So I think I'm going to go with the lighter colored beads. We have the beads and the ear wires. I've got my flat nose pliers, round nose pliers, and wire cutters for this project. I'm also going to use 20 gauge aluminum craft wire. It's a soft wire and it works really good for projects like this. Now, let's see if I can find the end. Where did it go? All right, we got the end. I like to work off the spool. That way I have less waste. Move these beads out of the way. I'm going to go ahead and put a bead onto the wire. And then I'm going to take my round nose pliers and I'm going to wrap a pretty good size loop. That way, when I put the boot on it, it will dangle better. If you have a smaller loop, it tends to be tighter and then your charm doesn't dangle like it should. So after I put the boot on there, see how it dangles nicely? I'm going to use my flat nose pliers to hang on to that loop so my boot doesn't scooch off. And then I'm just going to wrap that excess wire around. And you could do a neat wrap or messy wrap. I like to do messy wraps most of the time, and that's what I'm going to do today. Once you wrap your wire around, you're going to make sure that end gets tucked in. Otherwise, it's going to poke and scratch your neck, and you don't want that. Don't see it anymore. I still feel around because sometimes you may not see it, but you could feel it. And now we're going to wrap the other end. I'm still got my wire on the spool. And this particular side, I'm going to use the tip of my pliers because I want this loop to be smaller. And I basically do the same thing, just wrap a messy wrap, or if you did a neat one, wrap a neat wrap. And then I'll put my ear wire on and we'll be done. Again, though, you do need to make sure that after you clip that wire, the end of it gets tucked in. You don't want that poking your neck or scratching. After you have everything wrapped and tucked in, you may need to adjust the loop a little bit to make sure that your boot is facing in the correct direction. And then you're just going to open up your ear wire like so. Be very careful though, because these have been known to break. And then you put your boot on there, make sure it's in the right direction, close the loop up, and you're done. Ooh, I love the way this turned out. Now to do the other one. As I was finishing this pair of earrings, my phone notified me and said I didn't have enough storage, so I had to go delete some photos. But here we go. I got everything wrapped and tucked in. Now all we have to do is add another ear wire. Do y'all ever run out of storage on your phone? I like to take a lot of pictures and videos, so that happens to me a lot. We're just opening up our ear wire here, hanging our boot on there. Make sure everything is in the right direction. Closing her up. And boom, bam, bing, we've got a pair of earrings. So we have our sparkly cowboy boots in the ballet first position. How about that? I will definitely be wearing these at the luncheon tomorrow. We will be performing 4 dances, so I'm excited about that. Lately, I've been doing little short videos on how I style my jewelry with my outfits, and I'll try to do that tomorrow before I head out to the luncheon. So stay tuned for that. And I'd like to thank y'all for joining me. You have a great day. This is Terry Jeanette with the Tapping Flamingo signing out for now. Bye-bye.